Where are seats?
1 and 2.
These ones?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Ramona Hillside Playhouse. Now, how are we doing today? It looks like we truly have saved the best for last. So we're excited about this show right here. So before we get started, I'll just tell you, in the event of an emergency, highly unlikely, but should it occur, this half of the room, if you would exit through this door, while this side of the room, exit through this door. But if you have to leave and there is no emergency, don't use either of those doors. It'll let light stream in. So if you could exit up the back staircase in that instance. Now, how many of you may have been in the audience when the original Bad Medicine debuted about 4 or 5 years ago? Well, welcome back. And this show debuted just across town. Brand new show. We weren't sure if it would work or not, and we have reassembled the same cast presented to you today. What you are about to see is 90 minutes of just sheer nonsense. So, hope you didn't get your hopes up too much here. This is ridiculous. I do have to warn you, for those of you who are a bit jumpy, there is a gunshot warning in here, and I know that's probably the worst thing I can tell you, because now if you are one of those jumpy people, you're going to be doing this the whole time. I can give you a clue when it may be. Watch for the gun. And other than that, we just invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy as the Ramona Hillside Playhouse presents our final performance of Bad Medicine.
Don't miss Brenton Love's newest novel, Nights of the Killer Cocktail. While guests of billionaire Herbert Herkenhofer drink cocktails and dance the night away, a dreadful secret awaits them in the catacombs beneath the rich man's mansion. Pharmacists have constructed a secret laboratory and are making their own cocktails and testing them on miniature giraffes. Don't trust anyone you meet. Don't you dare open your mouth, because the next cocktail could be your last. Don't miss Brenton Love's newest book, Nights of the Killer Cocktail. Austin Eustace of the New York Times says, "Oh my, this book is really good." Bailey Dengler of the Chicago Tribune says, "I haven't read this book yet, but if Brenton Love wrote it, I give it 5 stars." Nights of the Killer Cocktail, coming to a bookstore near you.
Ackley, Steve. Ackley, I've been knocking for 5 minutes. I'm coming in, Ackley. Ackley. What? Oh, jeez. It's me. It's Steve.
Oh, Steve. I thought I died again.
I thought this time was it. I thought you were actually a goner. Oh, you would have woken up to find me lying there next to you.
That would have been ironic, huh?
I could do without the irony. What was it this time? Heart attack again?
Oh, no. My heart's been doing pretty good lately.
With that ingrown toenail?
Oh, no, it's been fine.
And what?
Chemical emissions from the factory across the street.
So now it's chemical emissions.
I was just settling in for the evening, and I felt a nice, cool breeze coming through the window. I came over here to take a deep breath, and I realized all too soon that factory has been emitting hazardous, nauseous fumes. You know, they do it at nighttime because it keeps them under the radar. No one's paying attention. My lungs filled up with that poison. I staggered about. I looked for my oxygen tank. I remember I left it in the room. I blacked out. And I died right here on the couch.
Wait, you've been out this whole time?
I must have been. I don't remember anything until I heard your voice. I thought I'd gone to hell. Oh, it's a good thing that I gave you that spare key. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to get in to save me. That's it. I'm getting out of here. I'm moving.
Move? Where would you go? Listen, you live in one of the nicest buildings in the city. Only a handful of people can even afford to live in this place.
Well, having neighbors that try to poison you sort of puts a damper on things.
No one is trying to poison you, Ackley. You're not thinking logically. thousands and thousands of people breathe the same air you do every day, and none of them drop dead.
But I'm different than they are. My body is weaker, and I'm susceptible to all sorts of diseases and bacteria and infesting infestations. And in short, I die easier than they do.
Why haven't you died?
Why haven't I died? Why don't you learn some bedside manners?
Bedside manners? You're perfectly healthy.
You know, it's not enough that my body is deteriorating every second of the day. I'm also nursing a broken heart. You know, when Sylvia left me, I've just never recovered from that. I know that's not something I've told you about.
You tell me every time I see you.
And day out, that dear woman, the angel, the cherub, she tried her best to take care of me. She just didn't have it in her to watch me suffer. She knew that the end was inevitable. She just couldn't bear to see me in so much pain, and that, Stephen, that is why she left me.
She left because you're an idiot.
An idiot? Well, then why don't you fire me? Oh, why don't you fire me?
Don't think that hasn't crossed my mind.
Don't do it. I dare you to do it.
I can't.
Ah.
You make way too much money for us. Listen, you might be the strangest guy I know, but people love your books. Listen, are you feeling all right?
Yes, much better now. And anyway, Dr. Julia's coming by soon, and she has good homeopathic regimens. She'll fix me up real good.
Listen, actually, I get that you don't like hospitals, but I'm not really sold on this homeopathic stuff. I mean, some of the things she does seem a little bit too weird to put too much faith in.
Well, not if you have a doctor that knows what they're doing. See, you ought to stick around and watch Dr. Julia work. She's very, very good.
But she's coming here? She makes house calls?
Yes, she comes in on her way to work in the morning, and then she stops back in on her way home in the evening.
But you're paying a private doctor for 2 house visits a day? I can't imagine what that must cost you.
Well, it's a good thing I make us both a lot of money.
Yeah, does she have a copy of your apartment key too?
Well, of course she does. She would have a difficult time getting in if I was dead, wouldn't she?
You're an idiot.
So, why'd you stop by?
I want to get an update on the manuscript. Listen, I know I'm not supposed to be here till tomorrow, but, you know, I'm kind of under a deadline. I just want to see where things are.
Good news. I pulled it out of the word processor and finished it yesterday.
Oh, yes, sir. That's fantastic.
Yeah, right around lunch, but then something happened to me. I got chills on half my body and hot flashes on the other half, and then my foot fell asleep. I didn't die, though.
Well, on behalf of the agency, I'm glad you're still alive.
Yeah, I recovered just in time to get taken out by those chemical emissions.
It happens to the best of us.
Well, you don't mean that, do you?
No, you're an idiot.
So, what's the plan with the manuscript?
Oh, same old, same old. We give it to the editors, and maybe you do a rewrite, maybe you don't. And then it goes to publicity, and bam, just like that, we have another bestseller in our hands.
Oh, speaking of hands, maybe it's time to sanitize mine. You want some hand sanitizer? Dr. Julia developed it. It's really good.
What's in it?
I don't know, but it smells like bologna and tuna fish.
Oh, no, thank you.
So, what's the timeline for getting this all released?
Oh, we're going to try to get this out as soon as possible. Now that you're done with it, we're going to have everyone working overtime to get it out.
You don't need to promote it or build up excitement?
Oh, no, the excitement is already there. And, oh, listen, I got great news. Your model for the back of the book, he took some new pictures, and they came out really nice, really sexy.
The thing is, I don't want to use that model anymore. I want to appear in the pictures of the back of my own book.
I know, buddy. Listen, I talked to the publicity department about this. I really did. But they just feel that since most of your readers are women, that having a male model in his 20s on the back of the book will really boost sales.
But that's not me. That's not what I look like.
I know, that's why we use it. It's sort of like the same reason why you write under a pen name.
No, that's why you publish me under a pen name. I always submit my manuscript using my real name and my real picture, and then you people, you go and change it.
How many people are going to buy a book by a guy named Ackley Hornsby?
All the ladies out there who aren't shallow.
Okay, so that's like 12 of them. But Ackley, the name Brenton Love has put you on the bestseller list 7 times. Stick to the writing, leave the publicity for us, okay?
I'm a fraud. If it ever gets out that I don't look like the picture on the back of my book, so what are people going to say about
It's
me?
not going to get out. Only a handful of people know, and they are sworn to secrecy.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, you can always go back and write it under your own name. Remember how that worked out with your crappy poetry books? 12 copies sold. And I guarantee you all 12 of those copies are either in the trash or being given away as gag gift. Or on eBay with a starting bid of a penny, which is where that bid will stay.
You hear that? You hear that buzz?
Sounds like a mosquito?
I haven't said it's a mosquito. They carry malaria, you know. What you're hearing right now is the buzz of death.
Well, he's got nothing on the buzz your new book's gonna have. Hey, listen, I saw that your neighbors were moving out.
Yeah, they don't like to live next to a factory that emits chemical emissions any more than I do.
Maybe they don't like living next to a weirdo like you. Oh, is this the famous Dr. Julia?
It should be.
Good morning, Ackley.
Hi, Dr. Julia.
Oh, hello.
Oh, I want to introduce you to my friend. This is Steve.
Steve Bosnich.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bosnich.
I've heard nothing but great things about you.
How is my patient today?
I'm not doing very good. I'm not doing very good at all. I almost died again last night.
Oh, no, it wasn't your heart, was it?
No, it was chemical emissions.
From the factory across the street. I breathed in too much of it into my lungs and it poisoned me. And then I died on the couch. And when I woke up this morning, my liver turned squishy.
Oh, no, not a squishy liver. Oh, yes, okay. Does it hurt anywhere else?
Yeah, all the way from up there and right here and there.
Okay, anywhere else?
Yes, here and here and right here.
Oh, okay, all right, here you go. Drink this, and it will return your liver to normal and get rid of all the harm caused by chemical emissions.
What's in it?
Oh, it's a little homeopathic regimen I developed.
And it cures chemical emissions and squishy livers, and you just happen to be carrying it with you.
And Dr. Julia gives it to me every time I feel sick, and then I drink it, and it makes me feel better until I get sick again. I like to blend it with apple juice. I'll be right back.
Drink it all.
All right, thank you, Dr. Julia.
You must be a brilliant doctor to come up with your own homeopathic remedies that can cure everything.
Well, thank you, Mr. Bosnich.
You look very familiar. Have we met before?
I don't believe so, but I get that a lot. I think I have a familiar kind of face. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go search for dust mites.
Dust mites?
Yes. Ackley said he looked for himself, but he wouldn't be able to rest without the opinion of a professional.
You're actually going to search for dust mites.
Breathing in too many dust mites wreaks havoc upon the sinuses. And the sinuses, when clogged, interfere with one's breathing. Good oxygen flow is essential for a healthy heart. And since Ackley is having trouble with his heart, we are trying to be proactive. Be right back.
Well, keep an eye open for a blood-sucking mosquito. Barbara, hey, listen, I'm an actress. He finished a manuscript, so get everybody there. I want to get this out as soon as possible. I'll be there soon.
I feel good enough to be the body behind Bread and Love.
Just stick to being the brains behind them, all right? Listen, Ackley, out of curiosity, which pharmaceutical companies did you go after in this book?
The manufacturers of ointment products that claim to cure chicken pox.
Chicken pox?
Mhm.
Do you really think the female reader will be into the chicken pox?
Well, you see, chicken pox is something that largely affects children. Now, sometimes children come from women.
You might be onto something.
Hey, where's Dr. Julia?
Here I am. And I just had an inspection for dust mites, and I'm happy to report you are in the clear.
Oh,
All right, I'll be off now.
all right, and I've got your check for the week.
Oh, thank you.
Ladies.
What?
Oh, let's hope you make a killing on this book. You're going to need it.
Oh, Ackley, that reminds me. I would like to take a strand of your hair back to the lab and just run some tests, okay? All right. There we go. Okay, I will see you tonight. Oh, and if your symptoms, return or you develop new ones, take the emergency regimen I left you, okay? And, if you want to experiment with a little flavoring, try mixing it with some melted blue cheese and cabbage. I'll see you later.
Bye, Dr. Julia.
That is a very interesting woman.
Oh, that is the most brilliant woman I have ever met.
Well, maybe she can convince you there's no harm in having a phone in your apartment.
Oh, not this conversation again. I told you 1,000 times you put one of those newfangled cellular devices up to your head, and the next thing you know, you're going to have a brain tumor.
A landline, then.
It's even worse. Talk about a breeding ground for earwax mice. Whenever you put your ear to the receiver, slowly over time, your earwax seeps out into the receiver, and then your earwax mites are running around inside. And then say one of your friends comes over and they want to use your phone, and pretty soon their earwax mites are running around with your earwax mites, and they start to fornicate. And soon there is a hybrid breed of earwax mites going on the rampage. No, thank you. Someone wants to talk to me, they can do it in person.
Yeah, at a cost of $30 for a taxi ride, an hour of my life. All right, listen, I'm going to go down to the agency. I'll get the contract. And hey, I don't suppose you want to come down and sign it in person, do you? Actually, when was the last time you left this apartment, huh? You're turning into a recluse. How about it, man? Just come on down and say hello to everybody.
I'd like to. I would like to, but I don't think that my body is ready to go back out there yet. There's too many germs and bacteria, and gum on the sidewalk, and vomit in the subways, and now they have these new STDs that you can inhale.
How the hell do you catch an STD by breathing?
Oh, I know a guy. He took the number 9 downtown, breathed a little too deeply, and the next morning he woke up with a burning rash shaped like the hanging towers of Babylon. Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, it's my pancreas. I think that all the talk of going outside kind of made my pancreas flare up. Does stress damage your pancreas?
You stress me out every day, and my pancreas is fine.
No, it's not my pancreas. It's wrong. Steve, I'm having contractions.
Oh no! How far apart?
When this happens, they're about 7 seconds.
Oh, Anthony, for heaven's sakes! I merely suggest you come down to the agency and you're suddenly pregnant?
I need Dr. Juliet.
I can't wait to see how she's going to cure this. Listen, I can get you your emergency regimen, but I'm fresh out of blue cheese and cabbage.
I need ice chips.
Oh, Anthony, stop, all right? Listen, Anthony.
All better.
I'll go down to the agency, I'll get the contract, I'll bring it back. You can sign it and you have more money than you know what to do with, all right?
Well,
All
listen,
right.
if I were to die...
Oh, Anthony, stop.
No, Steve, if I were to die...
Anthony, stop.
If I were to die... I have one last manuscript I haven't told you about. And it's ready to be released now, using my real name and my real picture, and dedicated to my fans, but only to be released after I'm dead.
You have another manuscript and it's ready to go right now?
Yes, but only to be released posthumously.
Well, what is it about? Can I read it?
No. Only after I'm dead, Daniel.
Is there anything you can tell me about it other than it exists?
Well, it's probably the best thing that I've ever written, Steve. It's really a great piece of literature, and I just wanted you to know about it.
Oh, you got me all curious. I mean, this could mean big things for the agency. Listen, if you change your mind, we will be very interested in it. Now, you feeling all right?
Yes.
Contractions stop.
Yeah, they were Braxton Hicks.
See you later, buddy.
Now, where were we, Mosquito? Oh, man. Oh, I have ink poisoning. Dr. Juliet! What?
You're breathing. Are you all right?
I thought I died again.
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, I was settling in for the evening. and I went into my bedroom, and I turned on the television,
Okay.
and that is when it got me.
Okay, sweetie, were you shocked? What happened?
No, radiation from the television consumed my entire body. I stumbled about out here to try to escape, but I didn't make it.
No?
And I died right there on the floor.
You died right there.
Yes.
Well, you didn't die, not really.
Oh boy, am I glad to hear that. Say, who are you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My name is Gloria. I'm with your publisher.
Oh yeah? Are you new?
I am. I just started this week, and I brought you a nice big box of fan mail.
Oh, Miss. Did you have those properly checked for anthrax?
No?
Could you remove them kindly?
Sure. Oh, sorry. Okay.
So, you are new at the agency?
I am. I just started.
Did Steve send you over here to check up on me?
No, actually, I came of my own accord. I really wanted to meet you. You know, being the new girl, I wanted to get up to speed and meet all of our clients, and you are the biggest name we represent. Brenton Love. Oh, it's a real pleasure to meet you.
Oh, would you mind sanitizing?
Sure, not at all. Oh, wow, that's a lot. What is it?
Oh, it's Dr. Julia's special hand sanitizer. It's very, very good.
Oh, yeah, well, it smells like melted bologna and vodka. Whoa. Good? You know, you don't look a thing like the picture on the back of your book.
You sound disappointed.
No, not at all, sweetie. You see one man with his shirt ripped off, riding a stallion bareback with a perfect physique. You've seen them all.
Yeah, you should see the picture of him on the back of my newest book. He's wrestling with an alligator.
I know, and you know what? I already have a full-size version of it up in my office. I have never been so jealous of an alligator in my life.
You guys sell those books.
You know, sweetie, I'm curious, how do you handle your book signings?
Oh, they don't invite me to the book signings.
Really?
I stay home and they send the model that plays Brenton Love. He always attracts a big crowd of women.
Yeah.
Even illiterate women show up to buy my books.
Really?
Can I ask how you got in here? I know that I locked the door and this whole place should have been like Fort Knockers. You know.
It's okay. I found the key under your doormat.
That would explain it.
Yeah, and you know, normally I would never barge in, but I heard about your conditions and I was just a little concerned.
That's right. I suffer from 357 physical ailments and every single one of them is fatal.
My goodness, you know, sweetie, you don't look so hot.
Will you stop comparing me to the Brenton Love model?
Honey, there's no comparison. Was you're looking a little pale. Are you sure I can't get you a doctor?
No, I don't trust him. I don't ever want to see a doctor except for Dr. Julia. She is the only doctor that I ever want to see and the only doctor that I would ever trust.
Wow, so you really don't trust hospitals and doctors and pharmaceutical companies?
Especially not the pharmaceutical companies. They're frauds. They're out to get you.
Really?
I will make you a little present of an experience of mine. You see, my wife, Sylvia, and I, we were married for 2 years. And in that time, every night before bed, she would come down with a headache. Well, I tried every type of headache relief medicine the pharmacies had to offer. I tried Tylenol and aspirin, you name it, I tried it. None of them worked, and that was my first clue that those pharmaceutical companies were cheating the consumers. Every night at midnight, then on until the morning, those damn headaches would show up and they wouldn't leave. We were married for 2 years, and I am still a virgin.
Oh. Well, honey, I knew that corrupt pharmaceutical companies had been the theme of your last 5 books, but I didn't realize that you actually had a poor opinion of them.
Oh, yes, my works are largely classified as fiction, but I assure you there is a very large element of truth involved in every one of them.
You know what? Your readers must agree, because your last book about the pharmaceutical companies that teamed up with the churches to make the healthy holy water, it had a profound impact on pharmaceutical stocks. They took a massive hit, and oh, honey, my heart broke for the priest when he was finally driven crazy from the over-the-counter healthy holy water, and he was last seen running nude upon Mount Everest. You don't, by any chance, happen to have a copy of your newest manuscript lying around, do you?
No, I don't.
No, none lying around I could read?
I gave my only copy to Steve yesterday. I pulled it right out of the word processor and handed it right to him.
Oh, well, word processor, retro. So really, none hanging around that I could take a look at?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, well, I knew it was a shot in the dark, but I had to try. To be among the first to read your work would be a real honor.
You know, you are really a very beautiful woman.
Well, thank you, Mr. Horny. Hornsby!
You know, I think I know what is going on around here.
Oh, you do?
I am actually a very clever fellow,
I
and
can
I
see
can
that.
always tell when something is a miss.
Well, I am a miss. Let's see if you can figure me out.
You see, Steve thinks I'm crazy because I suffer from 357 physical ailments.
Well, sweetheart, you know it's the 358 that'll do you in.
But I think that he sent you over here to try and convince me to give you my new manuscript. Oh, I know that he's been wanting his hands on it, but if he thinks that that's going to work well, he is crazier than I ever was. I still think you are really very beautiful, though.
Thank you. You have another book.
Oh, please. Let's not pretend that that's not where you were about to segue the conversation.
Honey, not at all.
Come on. You're trying to tell me that you didn't even know that there was another book?
No, Mr. Bosnich never mentioned it.
Oh, you're trying to tell me you didn't come over here and try and seduce me to wear down my manly defenses by showing me some leg?
Showing you something. Sweetheart, I didn't even shave. You want to feel it?
Ow!
See, I told you. Are you okay? You're turning green.
I think I'm seasick.
That. Sure, why not?
Okay, wait. You mean to tell me that you didn't even know that there was another book?
No, not at all. Steve never said anything.
I mean, you really just came over here to get to know me like you said?
Honey, I assure you, my intentions are purely innocent and honorable.
Oh, gee. I really feel bad now.
Oh, it's okay. You really have another book.
Yeah, but it's only to be released until after I'm dead.
Oh, are you expecting to die soon?
Oh, the way things have been going, I thought I was going to be gone months ago.
Just wait. I need to be going.
Oh, miss.
Yes.
Do you think I could ask you to keep that new manuscript a secret? I probably shouldn't have let that slip out.
You know what? I'll keep your secret if you keep mine.
You have a secret?
I do. You see, Mr. Bosnich isn't aware that I stopped by today. I was supposed to be running errands, getting coffee, but I was just so anxious to meet you.
Oh, well, I won't tell anybody. I'll keep your secret and you keep mine.
You got it. You know, you really have a charm about you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe I can stop by again soon.
Oh, you can come by anytime you want, because I'm always here. I never leave.
All right, good. So I'll see you tomorrow, Ackley, okay?
Oh. You devil. Oh, someone's back for more. Hey, Dr. Julia.
Hello.
Sorry, I thought maybe you were somebody else.
Oh, do you mean that woman with very strange colored hair that just ran past me in the hallway?
Oh, that blonde lady.
No. She just walked past me. Her hair was blue or green or
Oh,
something.
no, that is a bona fide blondie right there.
Ackley, are you feeling okay?
I'm a little bit seasick.
Oh, it must be very bad for it to happen in a high-rise apartment.
You want to know what?
What?
I think I have scurvy, too.
Oh, you know, that has been going around. Okay, sit down, get your sea legs back, and drink this, and that should have you right as rain.
Thanks, Dr. Julia.
You know, actually, it's a beautiful day outside. Have you ever thought about maybe moving your desk over by the window so you can see the sky? I mean, it's so beautiful. Ackley, I mean, don't you ever think about going back out?
Oh, where?
Out of the apartment, back out into the world.
No, there's nothing out there for me.
Nothing.
Well, I'm sure there's lots of nice things for other people, but Just not for somebody like me.
Ackley, you are living your life here locked away. Believe me, you don't want to be locked away.
Dr. Julia, have you ever been seasick before?
Yes, once. And strangely enough, it was not in an apartment, it was on a boat. And I must have been about maybe 14 or 15 years old, and I was with my father, and we were on the boat. Oh, I remember just looking out, way out across the ocean to the horizon. It was so beautiful, you know, and I could feel the ocean just calling to me, and I just wanted to drop everything and go. And that was a very, very different feeling for me because, you know, when I just find things that I love, I just want to hold on for dear life and never let go. But you know, this day it felt very different, and I just wanted to go. And oh, the ocean, it was speaking to the deepest part of my soul. And then I threw up over the side of the boat.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the ocean never spoke to me again. I am pretty sure that I offended it.
Well, that's a real shame.
I know. Oh, Ackley, that reminds me. Before I go, I'm going to need another strand of your hair to take back to the lab.
What happened to the first one?
No, it's okay, it's okay. The results were inconclusive, okay? So this time, what we're going to do is we are going to take a strand of your hair from your chest. You see, it's much closer to your heart, and that should give us the results we need. Okay? Okay, here. Why don't you just close your eyes? You keep them nice and closed. There you go. All right. I'm just going to fluff a little bit so I get a good strand. Just a little time. Oh, there we go. See? We are all done. Open your eyes. Okay, how are you feeling?
I'm a little bit sleepy right now.
Oh, good. That means that regimen is working. Here, why don't you lay down, lay your head over here. Take a little siesta. You go night-night for a little bit, okay?
Night-night.
Okay, yes. You go night-night. Nice and safe in your apartment, but in your dreams, you can travel anywhere you want. You go night-night.
I thought you were Steve coming over with my contract.
Is he stopping by here today?
Oh, he should be here anytime.
Oh, well, then I don't have much time with you.
Oh, now, what is the rush? You know, I've been thinking about what you and I could do if you decided to come back.
Uh-huh, and what did you come up with?
Well, first, you can sanitize.
Of course.
And then I will go and bring us a nice big tall glass of blended salmon juice.
Salmon juice?
Oh, yes. It's wonderful. Dr. Julia swears by it. It fortifies your uvula against germs and diseases, and it even detoxifies your liver.
Wow, that's gross.
Oh, no. It's wonderful. I like to combine it with soy sauce and peanut butter, and when I do, I think that it tastes like purple.
Like purple.
Well, I imagine sometimes if purple had a flavor, it tastes like blended salmon juice, soy sauce, and peanut butter. Now, how about it? Want a salmon juice and chill?
Oh, that sounds like a plan.
Yes, well, you make yourself comfortable, and I will bring us a nice big glass full.
All right, you take your time, catch a big one.
salmon juice, salmon juice, salmon juice. Oh, whoosh, 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 got the juice, 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 get the salmon juice for you. Oh, salmon juice is the juice, juice, juice. Are you ready? This is going to be the experience of a lifetime. Now,
Oh, yeah.
you're going to take a big drink, swallow it right down, you feel it travel through your body, and when it hits your liver, it'll start to tingle, and it will feel magical.
Oh, I bet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
And it tastes like sushi.
Is it not delicious?
Oh yeah, it's stunning.
Now, why don't you tell me why you stopped by today?
Your manuscript?
Oh, well, Steve says he believes it's going to be my biggest hit yet.
No, not that one, sweetie. Your other manuscript.
My posthumous work? Oh, well, that is not to be released until after I'm dead. And
I know.
until I'm dead, there's really no point in discussing it.
I know, but sweetheart, I can't discuss it with you after you're dead.
You have a point there. Cheers, let's have more. Mmm. Now,
Oh, thank you.
why don't we try this again?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you come to visit me?
Your manuscript.
No!
Yes, Ackley, just listen. I brought you something.
What?
It's a stamp that the agency uses. It has our name on it and the phone number, the address, everything. We just stamp it, it puts the copyright on it, and then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to see Steve's grumpy face today.
I think you're trying to trick me.
I'm
I don't
not.
think that exists. If something like that existed, Steve would have told me about it already.
If I can see your manuscript, I'll stamp it, and then we'll be good to go.
This is rather pathetic. You know, you would have had a better chance seducing me than taking this ridiculous route.
Really? How's this instead?
Not working, but it shows me how desperate you are. Okay, no. I'm sorry. Just it's that your breath smells like salmon.
Really? Because that's what happens when you drink a dead fish.
All right. I'm kind of put off right now. I'm really not in the mood. But I have an idea. What if you were to go home and watch a few YouTube tutorials on the art of seduction, and you come back and try again tomorrow? How would that be?
How about I come up with a better plan?
Oh.
You go get me your manuscript, and then I pump you full of lead.
Oh, gee. Hey, now listen. That's,
I think it's a much better plan, so you need to go get me your manuscript, and then we... What are you doing?
I'm dying.
That's nice.
I have lead poisoning. It's going through my blood. I'm allergic to lead.
Honey, I didn't even shoot you yet.
No, it was the salmon juice. It must have been captured in
What?
diluted water. The salmon was captured in...
Wait, you're going to go get me your manuscript. And listen, this is just... You... You have got to be kidding me!
Ackley and Steve, I got your contracts. Ackley? Ackley, I'm coming in.
Ackley.
Steve?
Yeah?
I need the anti-lead medicine for the shelf there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anti-cobra venom?
Not that.
Anti-yellow snow cleanser?
Not that one.
Did Dr. Drew make all these for you?
Hurry, Steve. I'm dying.
Oh, God. It's empty.
Empty? I'm gonna die, Steve. My manuscript.
Yeah.
You gotta get it out of the...
Damn it! All right. Staying alive. Staying alive. Oh, what does your breath smell like? Fish. Okay. All right. Come here.
I guess I could just come back later.
Oh, no. It's not what you think. He
Good boy. Okay. And if you see a bright light, okay, don't go towards it, all right? If you feel extreme heat, don't go toward that either. Exactly. All right, now open your eyes, come back to us. There he is. Okay, no, don't try to talk. You've had a fast-traveling lead poisoning.
Yeah, actually relax, all right?
You need to just breathe.
She's in the building.
Wait, who's in the building?
She's got a gun.
Wait, what?
She's got a gun.
I'll go have a look.
Okay, be careful. Ackley, shh. Just breathe. Breathe. Okay, your color is coming back. All right. Okay. Now, how's your vision? Can you see? Is it blurry?
All right, there's no one here. I checked the kitchen, the bedroom, the closet.
The shower?
I checked twice in the shower. Ackley's got a history with crazy women in the shower.
She is here.
No, Ackley, listen, there's no one here. When you feel better, I'll take you around the apartment and show you, all right?
He's here now.
Ackley.
Could he be hallucinating? Could he have hit his head?
He could be, but he looks okay to me.
Can we set him up?
Yes, let's do that. Okay, come on, Ackley.
Come here.
Let's sit up.
Come here.
Come here.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
Now, Ackley, do you feel well enough to sign your contract?
Mr. Bosnick.
Well, we both know he's gonna be all right. This is kind of important.
I'm not making this up. She really was here, and she had a gun, and she wanted... You know what?
Wait, the lady you see was here, knew about you know what?
Yes, and she had a gun, and she said that her name was Gloria, and that she was new at the agency, that you had hired her like some new executive, and she wanted it.
Actually, we don't have any new executives at the agency.
But you gotta call the police,
Well, we
Steve.
can't. For obvious
Okay, I'm
reasons.
going to excuse myself so you two can talk.
No. Listen. There's nothing left to discuss. Actually, there's no one here. There's no new executive at the office. So just please sign your contract, all right? Here. Here's the pen. Good luck, shoulder. Come on. All right. Okay. Now, actually, before you died or passed out or whatever it was you were doing, you were going to tell me where I could find a certain something.
No!
Mr.
Oh,
Bosnick.
all right. Listen, I'll give the contract and I'll be back later. Okay, I'll finish everything up.
Money. It's all he cares about.
Ackley, do you think you can talk now about the woman who was in your apartment, or is it just too painful?
You saw her the other day when she was leaving, that blonde lady.
No. Remember, the woman I saw had some crazy blue-green hair.
No, she was blonde, and she was in here with a gun, and she wanted to steal my... Well, she wanted to take my...
Virginity?
I can't tell you what she wanted to take, but she was here, and she did have a gun.
Oh, okay. Did she try to seduce you to get you to give this thing to her?
How did you know that?
Because whatever color that woman's hair is, she was wearing a blonde wig.
Holy S.
Gosh, Ackley, there was really a woman in it with a gun?
Yes.
She tried to hurt you? What happened?
Well, I don't know. Everything went foggy after the lead poisoning hit.
Okay. Okay, well, we obviously have to call the police.
Oh, we can't. Two problems. One, I don't have a phone.
Okay, that is a very easy fix. And if you're still worried, I could create a concoction that will keep earwax mites from fornicating.
There's a much bigger problem, and that is that Steve is not going to sign off on having the police involved unless he believes there's a legitimate threat, which right now he clearly does not. It's his job to protect a certain privacy issue of mine, and we'll just say that he does a very good job of protecting it.
All right, let's just forget Steve, okay? Okay, this woman, she was here,
Yes.
right? Now she's not. So where did she go?
Out the window.
Oh?
Now, if she went out the kitchen window, it would be about an 8-foot drop to the lower level. If she went out the bedroom window, it would put her on an outside ledge. And she would shimmy along
Yes.
until she found another window. And
Yes. And then what? What?
then The thing is, if she opened the window, then all this time we've been breathing in chemical emissions. And we...
Ashley!
Acme, it's Steve.
Why is there a do not disturb sign on your door?
I put it up in case Gloria comes back.
You put up a do not disturb sign to stop a woman who was trying to kill you?
Well, I stopped keeping my key under my mat, too.
You're an idiot.
What difference does it make? You sound like you believe me anyway. Hey, you want to know what today is? It's Thursday. That means it's Tater Tot Thursday. I've got some tater tots in the kitchen. You want to indulge with me?
No, Acme, listen. There's still a lot that doesn't make sense, but there's been some developments that have made me a little more interested in your story.
Well, what kind of developments?
Okay, I'm going to approach this very delicately because I know you're easily upset, and I don't want to upset you. It appears that you've been getting some phone calls at the agency. Now, you've been getting some threats. Now, all of our big authors get threats now and then, and it's usually from someone who spent $20 on a crappy poetry book like one of yours. But it just seems that the calls have been coming in more frequently, and they all say the same thing. Brenton Love is going to get a taste of his own bad medicine. We've got 8 calls today.
You said bad medicine?
Yeah. Brenton Love is going to get a taste of his own bad medicine. Does that even make any sense?
It's just that bad medicine is the title of my manuscript. The one that's supposed to be released posthumously.
Well, I didn't see that one coming. Has anybody seen it?
Oh, no one.
Well, how long ago did you start writing it?
A few years ago.
Maybe at that time someone could have seen it even in passing.
Absolutely not.
Could it be a coincidence? I mean, after all your books are about bad medicine.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. It just seems like the dots are a little bit too connected for that.
I agree with you. All right. I did a little digging, all right? Security picture from last week. Is this your girl?
The one on Dennis's computer screen?
Yep.
The one with no clothes on?
Yep. Wait, what? No. What? Oh, I'll talk to Dennis about that. No. This one right here.
Yes, that is her. But look, she's got different hair.
Well, color or style?
Well, both. You know, when she was here, she had blonde hair. But when Dr. Julia saw her, she had like greenish blue hair. But right there, she's a redhead.
Dr. Julia saw her?
Oh, in passing, in the hallway.
But this is your girl. I mean, does she have any other features that you recognize?
Yeah. I would say she has 2 very distinct features.
All right, listen. She worked at the agency in the mailroom for about 6 days, but then last week she cleared out her stuff and left. Everybody said she was asking a lot of questions about Brenton Love. She came to us using the name Catherine Bixby.
You gotta call the police.
No, I think there's one better. I hired her as a private investigator. Now, he'll be better than the police because, he can focus all of his attention on the case. Not like the police, they have a bunch of cases to focus on. And he comes highly recommended, and he's sworn to secrecy.
Well, all right. When can I meet him?
Oh, right now, he's right outside. I wanted to talk to you about it first. Can I bring him in?
Oh, yeah, as long as he sanitizes.
All right. Come on in, Mr. Forsythe.
Please call me Cletus.
Ackley, Cletus Forsythe, private investigator.
You mind?
What's this?
Oh, it's Dr. Julia's special hand sanitizer. Dr. Julia herself developed it. It's really good.
Smells like sour milk and snodgrass. It's a real pleasure to meet you, Ackley. My wife, she loves reading your books. Well, I'm not actually sure if she actually reads them or she just stares at the Brenton Love model on the back page. But I do not mind. It keeps her busy while I'm trying to watch my football. I trust Mr. Bosniak has brought you up to speed.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes.
This lady is really something. She came in with a purpose in mind and then disappeared without a trace. She didn't leave anything behind, not even fingerprints. I could tell within the first 10 minutes of this investigation that this was going to be a tricky case. Most people are sloppy. She isn't. She was trying to stay one step ahead of everyone else.
But actually, I'm assuming she touched things in here.
Oh, yes, she touched things all over the place.
Terrific!
That is why I wasted no time in wiping everything down and sanitizing.
You're an idiot.
I tell you what, gentlemen, we have nothing to go on. The name she used to apply at the agency was a fake, the phone number was a fake, and the address she put down led me to a gay nightclub.
Why didn't you check her credentials more thoroughly?
She was applying to work in the mailroom, actually. Any idiot could have gotten that job.
And that's exactly why she applied low-level position to get nonchalantly through the door.
So what do we do now, Mr. Forsythe?
It's a move. We have to wait for her to strike again. And my guess is that will happen sooner rather than later. But what does she want?
My manuscript.
Oh. And who is she working for or with? Your novels have ruined a lot of lives. Actually, your books have bankrupted quite a few pharmaceutical companies, even some very powerful ones. My gut instinct tells me you're in danger, a lot of danger.
Oh, well, should we get him out of here?
We could, but I have a better idea. Ackley stays right here in his apartment. He doesn't go outside. He doesn't open the door to anyone he doesn't know. I will go down and stake out the lobby. I will keep a sharp eye out. The next time she comes around, she won't get past me, as I will be in various disguises. I'm going to get on this, gentlemen.
Ackley, your manuscript.
No!
I'm chasing dragon.
Barbara. 7 more calls, all referencing bad medicine. Yeah, thanks. I'll be there soon. Ackley, this is an order, all right? I'm gonna call a locksmith. I'm gonna get you some better locks. I'm also gonna get you some better security. Okay?
And I will make a do not disturb sign that looks even more menacing.
I'm sure that would help. Listen, Ackley, I know you're not gonna leave, but I need you to be smart, all right? Be smart.
Yeah. And while I'm here, I've been thinking about starting on another book, because I have an idea to go after the companies that make faulty catheters. I even have a working title for it, The Catheter Crisis of Czechoslovakia.
Hey! That's a good one. Listen. We also set the release for your book 14 days from now, and we already have over 500,000 copies ordered. And that's just in the States. Once we go worldwide, this thing is going to be huge. It's going to be a great thing for the agency.
That is fantastic, because I've been thinking about asking Dr. Julia to come by 3 times a day. And I want to give her a little bit of a raise, too, because I get worried sometimes that she'll quit on me. And if that happens, then I'm going to die for sure.
Yeah. All right, Ackley, listen, buddy. I'm going to give you some tough love right now, all right?
Steve, now, you know that you're one of my very best friends, right? But friendship is all there could ever be between us.
No, you idiot. I'm talking about Dr. Julia. After the person might be taking advantage of your money. And listen, I know I don't know her, but with everything that's been going on in the security breach.
Oh, that's right. You don't know her. You don't know her, but I know her.
But do you really know her? Do you really know her?
I am not going to waste one more second on this conversation. I am going to get my picture time.
Ackley, wouldn't it make sense to find out more about her? I mean, do you know where her practice is? Do you know how long she's been practicing? What?
You take money.
Ackley.
You take money.
Ackley,
Take
stop.
money.
What?
It expired 3 days ago. I have food poisoning. My manuscript. You get it?
Damn it!
Ackley, Steve.
Hey, see the locksmith came. That's good. So the phone calls at the agency have seemed to have slowed down. Maybe we're in the clear. Any sign of Gloria? Well, the PI's been down at the lobby. No sign of Gloria coming or going. Maybe we're in the clear. Maybe she knows we're onto her and she skipped down. What do you think? Why are you not talking? Lockjaw? You have lockjaw. You can't open your mouth.
Here you are, Ackley. Developed a nice homeopathic regimen that should take care of that lockjaw in no time.
How's he gonna drink it if he can't open his mouth?
Well, I'm just going to apply some directly to his lips. Oh, there's a good patient.
That's a very interesting outfit, Dr. Julia. Do you wear that into work often?
Oh, well, actually, Ackley developed an allergic reaction to my medical coat. So naturally, I had to take it off. All right, now see if you can just sip some. You go right ahead. That should loosen your jaw just a little bit.
Well, if your regimen doesn't work, I'm sure your outfit will make his jaw drop.
Mr. Posnich, I would appreciate it if you refrain from making inappropriate comments. It shows a lack of professionalism to my client and a certain sense of naivete.
Actually, you can't be serious. Damn it! I'm sorry, Dr. Julia. I apologize.
All right, that should loosen your jaw in no time, okay? And I'll be back to check on you later. I will take my medical coat with me, so you'll have no more issues with it. I'm going to get it treated, okay? So, no further allergic reactions. I'll see you later.
So you've developed an allergic reaction to medical jackets, have you? You see, that's what I thought. Actually, you're faking allergies today, but tomorrow they may be the real thing. I wish I could remember where I know her from.
Oh, there we go. He was right. She sure is a miracle worker.
You are an idiot.
Oh, look, the thing is, though, I'm not in the clear by any means.
Here we go.
No, really, Steve, I am in increasing danger of coming down with the Black Plague.
What?
There is some rats that live in the apartment, perhaps a whole rat colony living here.
Have you seen a rat?
Well, no, I haven't seen them, but I've heard them over there in the closet. I think that's where they have the nest. And they've been taking my trinkets.
What?
My trinkets are missing. Like my pens and pencils, and my favorite eraser, gone. And my stapler. They took a stapler.
Why don't you set up some rat poison?
Oh, because I'm the one that would die.
I'm sorry. I'm some rat traps.
Stephen, any rat that is cunning enough to steal a stapler is too cunning for a rat trap.
Idiot.
Now, supposing maybe you were to go over to the closet and just have a little peek in there. Now, supposing you would do that for me and see if you could see the rat.
Supposing you're an idiot.
Well, if you found my favorite eraser, then you could keep it.
God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm a wealthy executive, and I'm going for the closet of the world's most famous author because he's afraid if he does it himself, he'll come down with the Black Plague. Now, let's see. You've defeated a heart attack, an ingrown toenail, lead poisoning, poisoning by potatoes. The Black Plague simply cannot be trifled with. There's nothing here. There's no rats, there's no rat nets.
The thing is, they only come out in the dark, so when you go in there, then you have to close the door behind you.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, come here.
No!
Come here! This is tough love! Now, I want to show you there are no rats here. No, you want out? You better stay in. Now tell me, do you see a furry creature in here?
I want out!
Mr. Hornsby, Mr. Bosnick.
It's not what it looks like.
Steve was just showing me tough love.
Please, I do not want to see any furry creatures. I have a seat. Some news just broke and it's not good.
What news?
It's all over the television and the radio. Brenton Love is gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone?
I mean, he's gone, missing. Neighbors are yelling and screaming, and when that hadn't stopped after a while, Zach called the police. When the police arrived, they found signs of a struggle, and your Brenton Love mother was nowhere to be found.
This can't be.
There is no getting around this. We have to involve the police.
But we can't.
By not telling the police what we know, you are withholding evidence. If you do not go to the police, they will come to you. The detectives may already be down at your agency.
But I just talked to him yesterday. I'm sure he's fine. Everything is fine.
I know you're trying to protect the agency, but people's lives are on the line.
Do you really think they could be down at the agency right now?
I think it's entirely possible.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons.
Barbara. Yeah, I'm at Ackley's. No, I just heard, but I don't know. All right, I'll be there soon.
I need to go. I need to find out what this means. I have some friends in the police department. Perhaps they may be able to give me some inside information. Ackley, stay safe and keep this door locked.
Right, that's it. Your manuscript.
No!
Ackley, I'm just gonna take it down and put it in the vault to protect it.
But it's only for after I'm dead.
Ackley, I'm not gonna read it. I'm only gonna protect it.
You don't understand. The manuscript is everything to me. It's the only chance I'm ever going to have a piece of literature that belongs to me.
Ackley, I'm not gonna read it. This has gone far beyond the realm of what I thought was possible. Now, where is it?
Bedroom. Show you. But this is only for after.
Yes, I know. Go.
No.
What?
No, it isn't here. It's gone.
What do you mean gone?
I mean, it's gone.
Is that where you left it?
No, it's not where I left it. That's why I said it was
Has
gone.
there been anybody in here?
No, there hasn't been.
What?
He's awake.
Who's awake?
Gregory, my tapeworm.
Oh. You're insane!
No, he's been hibernating for the last 5 years, but now he's awake, and I think he wants to feed. Watch it.
No, I'm not gonna touch him!
Don't move!
What?
The mosquito
Yeah?
with the malaria.
Yeah?
It has landed just above your ear. If it draws your blood, you will die. I do this in love, Steve.
Ow!
Oh no! I got mosquito guts on me. The mosquito guts is seeping through my skin, malaria into my bloodstream. I need Dr. Julia! I need Dr. Julia!
Something's burning. Something is sizzling hot. Could it be that Brenton Love has just released a new book? The Syphilis Scandal. Something's burning in the land down under. The Syphilis Scandal by Brenton Love. Travel down below to Australia, where naughty pharmacists are at it again. Can our hero, Boomerang Willie, stop their wicked scheme? Or will everyone in Australia be injected with the syphilis serum? Something is burning. Something is sizzling hot. You might think a part of you is melting. Don't miss the Syphilis Scandal by Brenton Love.
Ackley, Cletus, and Steve. Everything all right here?
Yeah.
Any sign of Gloria?
No, none.
She just vanished.
The police came down to the agency. They asked a lot of questions, but we were able to protect her identity.
Is that as much as the loss as we are?
They asked if we had any suspects. We told them about Gloria, gave them the picture, but we left out the fact that you saw her.
Against my better judgment, the absence of a body makes this a missing person case, and the fact that he's a celebrity makes it a high-profile one. And that's the only reason why they are paying this case so much attention.
Ackley, did you find your manuscript?
No, it's nowhere to be found.
Where did you have it hidden?
It was in the safest place in the whole apartment. No one should have been able to find it.
Good, good. Where was it?
Under the bed.
You're an idiot.
If Gloria the pharmaceutical companies, she could have taken the manuscript and then killed the Brenton Love model, and that would have been a fast solution to preventing any more books from being released.
Actually, you're gonna hate me for this, but we have to talk about Dr. Julia.
Why?
Because she has access to you. Actually, she could have taken your manuscript.
Well, she didn't.
Well, somebody did.
Well, not
Unless
her.
a rat took it and put it in the closet.
Where's the rat?
Here, Cletus. There's still some drops from Dr. Julia's regimen on this, whatever this thing is.
That's Dr. Julia's special portable metallic cutting board. Dr. Julia says the special metallic surface helps to prevent the spread of disease and bacteria.
How the hell would I... Never mind. Cletus, take this and have it analyzed.
Why?
Because Dr. Julia is a fraud, and if we have it analyzed, we will have the proof.
She is not a fraud, Stephen.
How long have you been using Dr. Julia's services, Ackley?
For a few months now, with no complaints.
And how did you find her?
Well, I didn't find her. She found me. She came to the door and asked if I wanted to try some of her good homeopathic regimens.
Selling medical services the same way someone would sell a vacuum? How many other customers does she have in the building?
I can answer that. None.
This doesn't strike you as a bit unusual, Ackley?
No, it doesn't. And I'll tell you both why. Because on the day that Dr. Julia first showed up at my door, my horoscope said good health is on its way.
You are an idiot. What do you think, Cletus?
I think she may very well be a phony, but I don't think she stole the manuscript.
Why?
Because she keeps coming back here. In my experience, a thief doesn't do that. They take what they want and then get as far away from the crime scene as possible. You say Dr. Julia comes here twice a day?
In the morning on her way to the office, and then she stops in again on her way home at night.
There has to be another explanation.
Well, what about the phone calls that say Brenton Love is going to get a taste of his own bad medicine?
Oh, my secretary said the voice was muffled. It could have been a man or a woman, but the dose has stopped as well. Hey, do you think we might be able to clear there, Cletus?
Not a chance. They come before the storm. Actually, you are divorced from your wife, we?
Oh, no, only separated.
I take it you're not on very good terms?
Oh, no. Just because we're separated, that doesn't mean a thing. Sylvia loves me. With every inch of her body, she loves me.
She hates him.
I see. And in the event of your death, she would be entitled to a large sum of money, we?
Oh, money.
Hey, it makes the world go around, buddy.
Ackley, I think I'm going to visit your wife and ask her a few questions.
Keep my wife's name out your bleeding mouth!
Ackley just trying to beat the poo-poo out of me.
This is not going well. I'll be back.
Would you like to know what I found out?
Yes, but you got to tell me before he comes back.
I did what you asked, but me investigating my own client, that's highly unusual.
Well, I will pay you very well for anything you can tell me.
I noticed Steve has a lot of money. He dresses a little fancier than others at the agency. He has a very nice house. He eats at very extravagant restaurants with a lot of beautiful women. I'm sure the agency pays him handsomely, but he has to be supplementing his income.
Do you have any idea how he's doing that?
I sat in his office, I saw his computer screen, I saw the papers on his desk. Steve plays the stock market. He's a highly successful investor.
Oh, big deal. Do you have any idea how many people play the stock market every day?
Yes, I do. It's what he invests in that got me so interested. Steve buys and sells pharmaceutical stocks. This is just a guess, but I think he uses your books to determine which companies will be successful and which ones will take a dive. He's got insider information.
You're telling me that if he had bad medicine...
He'd be able to predict a lot of things. He may even be able to sell that information to other investors. He'd know when to buy and he'd know when to get out.
So you're telling me all this time I thought that Steve was a good friend of mine and he's just been using me?
We will get to the bottom of this, Ackley.
You're sure? check.
This is it? Ackley, you're a cheap bastard.
Ackley, I have to go. And I know you're going to say no, but I would really like it if you came and stayed with me just for a couple of days until this whole thing is over.
No, thank you, Stephen. I would prefer to stay right here in my own apartment.
All right. I'll see you later.
Ackley, what's the address?
137 Bollinger
Apartment?
House.
Oh, excuse me. What was that all about?
Steve's got a lot on his plate at work, stressing it out.
Well, I have your regiment.
Thanks, Dr. Julia.
Ackley, you have very dark circles under your eyes. Are you not sleeping?
I am. I mean, I've been trying to.
Well, are you unable to fall asleep?
It's just that I've been having a lot of nightmares lately.
Is there something going on?
Well, between that and my new neighbors that just moved in, they make a lot of noise at night.
Oh.
No, not like that. They moved in over there and thinking after hours they've got a whole construction crew that's working over there.
Well, have you thought about maybe trying some earplugs?
Oh, no. I know a fellow that used earplugs one time. I read about him in a magazine. Unbeknownst to him, there was a parasite that lived on one of the earplugs. He crawled up into his brain and laid eggs everywhere.
Okay, all right. Well, is there maybe something that's keeping you from sleeping, something that's stressing you out, maybe in your personal life or your career?
Oh, now, you know as much as I would like to talk to you about my career that I can't.
Right, I know. You made those ground rules very clear when you hired me. But when it comes to your health, that is my job. And I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't try to help you. Is there something, going on personally or with your work?
It's just that right now, it's feeling like my whole world's falling apart, Dr. Julia.
Okay, so again, is that personal or is that work?
Well, it's both because my work is very personal to me.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't know what to think about things anymore, and I don't know who my friends are. I don't even know if I have any friends.
Ackley, I am your friend.
If you are, you may be the only friend I've got. I mean, I know that Steve says he's my friend, but I worry that if I ever disappoint him or stop making the money, that he's going to turn his back on me. And every day I think there's less and less of a chance that Sylvia's going to come back to me.
How long were you two married?
2 years. Things got rocky pretty quick,
I guess it wasn't exactly true love then, huh?
Oh, no, it was definitely true love. It's just that we loved different things. I loved her, and she loved to spend my money. Money. Steve says it's all anybody cares about. But when I was the happiest that I ever was, I had almost no money at all. And I used to write poetry,
Really?
And poetry made me happy.
Oh.
And, I was pretty good. I was even good enough at writing poems to have a whole book published.
Really?
Only sold 12 copies. Steve said that nobody wants to buy a poetry book by somebody named Ackley Hornsby.
Nonsense. I bet you had a lot of fans.
I had one. I mean, there was this one fan that would write me letters. Just out of the blue one day, I got this letter from her, and she said that she loved my poems, and they changed her life. And she just kept writing to me. And every so often, I'd get some letters from her. And one day, I figured, well, dadgummit, I'm going to write her back. And we kind of became pen pals there, and exchanging letters. And then I knew it was getting pretty serious because one day I opened one of her letters and she had sprayed some perfume on one of the letters.
Oh, and did you like that?
I did not. It made me come down with hives. I never told her though. She started writing and the letters kind of became a part of my life. But I loved exchanging letters with her, and I know this is probably going to sound ridiculous, but I think I loved her too. I mean, I know all I ever really knew about her was words on a page, but still, those letters were my entire world.
Did she ever send you a picture?
She never did.
And you two never met up?
We didn't, just because, you know, she lived kind of far away. The letters that I would send to her all went to a P.O. box out in Georgia. But still, I was going to suggest that maybe we could meet up halfway and go to dinner or something, but then she just stopped writing to me.
What, just all of a sudden?
All of a sudden, no letters ever came. And I wrote to her. I'd send her 3-4 letters a week and ask her, did I do something wrong? Did I say anything? But no other letters ever came from her. I would go to the P.O. box all the time and check multiple times a day. I was down at the P.O. box. It was starting to get embarrassing. You know, I was showing up at the P.O. box looking for letters, even when deep down I knew that there wasn't going to be a letter there. And then one day I just stopped checking, and that was about 3 years ago.
Ackley, I'm so sorry. But it sounds like she really loved your poetry, right? And that you loved her letters. Like you read them even though they gave you hives, right?
When the letters stopped coming, I had this hole in my heart, like I can't even explain to you.
No, to me, it sounds like you were in limerence.
Is that fatal?
Generally not, but it's a very, very strong, a very powerful sense of infatuation where you want to be everything to that person that you're in limerence with. And it can feel stronger than love.
You can still feel it after 3 years?
Yes, yes you can.
You got a cure for that?
No, I'm afraid not. But we could try something. Okay, come here. Stand up. Stand up. Okay? Okay, we are going to try a hug. Okay? Just like that. There you go. There you go. See? Doesn't that feel better?
I feel something.
Okay, that's good then. See? I don't know, does that help at all? Good. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Oh, Ackley, before I go, I'm going to need my check for the week.
Money.
Ackley. Ackley, you need to get some sleep, okay? I'm going to put you down, for a nap, okay? Tuck you in and I'll just let myself out. The doctor's orders.
Ackley and Steve.
You're next.
Ackley, coming in. Where's Ackley?
Oh, he's laying down for a nap. I gave him something to help him sleep. Poor guy.
Good. You're the one I wanted to talk to. You know, it just hit me like a ton of bricks where I know you're from.
Oh, really? It's probably some kind of a medical journal or, something like that. I get that a lot.
It was from Mugshot. I have a copy of Ackley's file in my office. You look a lot different. Your appearance has changed, but not the look in your eyes. Not that crazy look in your eyes.
Okay, obviously you have me confused with
For the naked lady in Ackley's shower 3 years ago? I'm having the contents of your homeopathic remedies analyzed. I wonder what I'll find there. Could it be that you've been poisoning him to make him sick?
No! No, I would never hurt Ackley. No, that regimen, it's just some sugar water and food coloring and a little marinated onion juice.
And by my estimate, you charge him over $100,000. I'm in the wrong business.
You are one to talk. You use him more than anyone.
What do you know about anything?
Probably more than you'd be comfortable with.
No, you are through. You are going to jail.
No, I'm not. Because you won't actually call the police, will you? Oh no, because too much truth is going to come out then.
All right. Give me your key. You're a clever girl. I'm sure you had a spare one made. I'm assuming there's one to match the other side? Thank you. Now let's see what's in this purse.
No, that is private!
Shut up!
No, you can't.
Oh my God! You are twisted. You are seriously twisted. You have all 12 of these crappy poetry books, don't you?
You don't understand. His writing saved my life.
This crappy book could save anybody's life.
No, there was a time when I was emotionally unstable.
You? Unstable? Is that what you told Ackley's maid? They caught you for breaking and entering. Indecent exposure in front of an 85-year-old lady who was simply trying to clean a shower. And to add insult to injury, you ran down the street naked. They caught you for streaking. What did they give you, 2-3 years for that? You know, I pull out that story anytime I want to have a good laugh.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's not all you could pull out if you wanted to have a good laugh.
And you watch your mouth.
Chasing dragon.
Cletus. Oh, Cletus, oh, I might have solved the whole thing. You will not believe this. Listen, What? Are you Ackley's wife? What, Sylvia? Ah! Damn it! Ah! Stop! Cletus, are you still there? If you see Dr. Julia, stop her!
Hey, what's all the commotion over here?
Ackley, Cletus is on his way up, and he's got some bad news, but I have some bad news too. Ackley, Dr. Julia is not coming back.
She left her things here?
She sort of left in a hurry. Ackley, she's not a doctor. She's been taking advantage of you.
No, Dr. Julia would not do that.
Dr. Julia did that, but there's more. There's so much more. And Cletus is on his way up, and he went to see your wife. And when he got to the house, her car was in the driveway. So he knocked on the door, but there was no answer. So he looked through the window, and when he looked through the window, he saw that, well, her bedroom had been ransacked. Almost the exact same replica of the Brenton Love model.
Sylvia?
Cletus?
Yeah.
Ackley knows?
Yeah.
Ackley, I'm so sorry. Gentlemen, I can't stay. I need to go. I need to call the scene and wait for the police. But I had to come here and warn you. Ackley, you need to get out of here right now. Something is happening and I can't put the pieces together.
Is it Gloria? Dr. Julia.
I went over to Ackley's wife's house and knocked on the door. When there was no answer and I saw a car parked in the driveway, I went over and talked to a neighbor in the front yard. They said they saw a man at the house last night. Said it was dark and couldn't give a description. Another neighbor reported hearing unusual amount of noise, but when it stopped after a while, they didn't think anything of it. And that's when I went and looked in the bedroom window, and I saw what had happened. Oh, it was horrible. It was the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I think of what must have gone on there.
Please, that's enough.
There is no getting around this, Steve. We have to involve the police. I suggest you go to your office and take care of anything you need to take care of. Alert your lawyer. I guarantee you once the police connect the dots, there will be a manhunt.
All right, that's it. Ackley, you're coming with me.
No!
Ackley, no! Ackley! Oh, this is ridiculous!
I need to go. The chances of them making a getaway are increasing by the second. Here, take this card. Call the number on it. This is the security agency I work for. You tell them you want the best guard station outside our door. No one in or out but you or me.
Right.
Ackley! I need to go. Is there anything I could say that will make you come with me?
No!
Okay, after I'm done investigating your wife's house, I'll come back here and then I think we...
Mr. Forsythe? Mr. Forsythe?
Five, four, three, two, one. We have liftoff. Soaring through the air, going higher and higher. Don't miss Brenton Love's newest book, The Viagra Vixen. This literary masterpiece is shooting up the charts like a rocket. The Viagra Vixen. This book is so suspenseful, it's guaranteed to keep you up all night. I'd like to tell you about the plot, but the details are just too smoking hot. Winner of the Pulitzer Prize Award. Don't miss Brenton Love's newest book, The Viagra Vixen.
Who's that? Who's that?
It's me, Ackley.
Dr. Julia?
Yes.
I didn't think I was ever going to see you again.
After today, you won't. I have to disappear.
You know, if anybody were to show up and find you here...
I know, and now that you're awake, it won't be too long. I really just wanted to say goodbye. And thank you, Athlete.
Thank you for what?
For being the man of my dreams, even if you didn't know it. For being such a beautiful person. I was very dishonest with you, Ackley. I am not a doctor. I'm just a girl that's always been very much in love.
Steve was right all this time? You're not even a doctor?
I would have said anything, done anything to get to spend time with you. I was locked away for a few years. But when I got out, I went to your P.O. box and I waited for you. And one day you came to get your mail and you were wearing your little surgical mask and your gloves. And I followed you back to this apartment. And I'm sorry, I was so dishonest with you. But never in a million years did I think I would get to be your doctor. Ackley, do you trust me at all?
I don't know.
Do you think you could? Just one last time. I have something for you to drink. No, Ackley, you know I would never hurt you. You know that. Please. Please.
What does it do?
It will keep you from getting hives.
Oh, will it really?
It will, if you believe it will.
It was you?
I'm sorry, I disappeared. I was in a very bad place and I did something very, very stupid and I crossed a line, but I just wanted to make such a strong first impression with you, and so I took off all my clothes and I jumped into your shower.
That was you!
I'm so sorry, Ackley.
You gave my housekeeper a heart attack.
I know. The police told me if she had died, I would have been charged with manslaughter. I'm so sorry, Ackley.
Oh, don't be. I hated her. I tried to fire her every day, but she wouldn't leave. Every morning she just kept showing back up.
I have to go now, athlete. I just wanted to say that you are the most beautiful thing in this world to me.
I'm ridiculous. Look at me. Look at me. I can't even go outside my apartment. Every day you show up here and you just see me at my very, very worst that I could be.
No, your worst is more wonderful than everybody else's best. And I want you to know that all the checks that you wrote me, I never cashed them. They're all right here, but I did tear apart the part where you signed your name. I hope you don't mind. I left your autograph.
You didn't cash my checks?
No, I didn't. At least so ironic. You think you're sick, and you are perfectly fine, and I'm the doctor, and
You're the twisted sicko.
love sick. Oh, Ackley, I hope someday you find it in your heart to forgive me. I have something that belongs to you.
You took bad medicine?
I just came across it one day. I was going through your room and your underwear drawer looking for, tapeworms and mosquitoes and dust mites and Pamela Anderson, like you asked. And, well, I looked under the bed and there it was. And I just wanted to be the first person to read it. Oh, Ackley, it is beautiful. And it's exciting, and I cried, and I smiled, and you really don't want anyone to read it until after you're gone, you should know that it is wonderful, and that Ackley Hornsby is the world's greatest novelist.
You mean Brenton Love?
No, I mean Ackley Hornsby. I was really just going to read it and then put it back, but then it became clear that your life was in danger and Steve wasn't going to call the police or do anything helpful, so I hung on to it, and that was when I started making those threatening calls to your agency.
You did that?
I did that so they would call someone. I did it to protect you.
You know, nobody was supposed to read this manuscript.
I know.
I even put a note right there that said, do not read until after I am dead.
I know, I kept the note. I do want you to know that I really did try to respect your wishes, so I didn't read the last chapter. So for what it's worth, the last chapter will be something I always wonder about. I have to go, Ackley. I will never, ever forget you. I'll be following your career from afar. Ackley, you have millions of fans, but you have never pierced their heart and soul the way you did mine. I love you, Ackley.
Dr. Julia? Dr. Julia? You didn't read the final chapter? Chapter 24. There was nothing left to be said. There was nothing left to be done. The beasts had feasted upon the illegally discarded prescription drugs. They had feasted, and they had mutated.
Oh.
And then, full of urine of uranium, the beasts approached the people in the village, who screamed with fear. No help would come. How did you get past the guard at the door?
Wait, no. There was no guard at the door.
You brought it with you. Sit down before I shoot you both and be gone before you know what happened.
There is a guard right outside that
Oh,
door.
sweetheart, there was a guard outside the door, but I took care of him to make way for Dr. Julia. So this is it, your final manuscript. Oh, dear doctor, I knew if I followed you, you would lead me right to it. But, honey, I didn't think you would be stupid enough to bring it back here.
What do you want with bad medicine?
You know, normally, I would just shoot you and go, but you have been a real thorn in my side. So I'm going to answer your questions just to see the look in your eyes.
You're going to kill us?
Yep, any minute now.
Oh, Ackley, we get to die together.
Your wife hired me, Ackley. She couldn't wait to get her hands on your life insurance as well as the revenue from your books. However, when I learned you had a manuscript no one had read yet, well, honey, this is worth more than you can even imagine.
Oh, nice try.
Oh?
My wife has gone missing.
No! God, you're an idiot. She ran off with the model who plays Brenton Love.
Ha! He's missing too. His bedroom was ransacked. Her bedroom was ransacked. The neighbors heard screaming.
That's what happens with wild sex. Can I shoot you now, or do I need to tell you more?
Where are they?
Oh, traveling the world with the money Brenton made for being your model, finding new and exotic locations where they can make love. I will be meeting up with them soon to get my money and make this exchange.
Ackley, I escaped! I will save you!
No, where was I?
Where did he come from?
Oh, the closet. See, I climbed out your window one day and climbed into your neighbor's window while I was escaping to find the apartment empty. This idiot was staking out the lobby, so I knew I couldn't be seen coming and going. So I commandeered the apartment next door and dug a little hole behind your coat. It's like climbing through Narnia. And now, you die.
No! No!
Ackley, I'll save you!
Julia? Dr. Julia? Don't be dead, Dr. Julia! Steve, are you shot?
I thought I was. But it's like hell. Oh my God.
Hold that plate.
Your crappy poetry book saved my life. Cletus, are you shot?
The crazy chick shot me twice! In the same spot! What aim? Look! Dr. Julia's portable metallic cutting board, it stops the bullets!
Well, what happened to Gloria?
She shot! Did anyone shoot her?
There was nobody else that had a gun. Don't be dead, Dr. Julia.
Oh, ow.
Dr. Julia?
Oh,
How come you're not dead?
Oh, Ackley, I had a few more copies of your apartment key.
The bullet must have hit back in Gloria! Is that real all right? Oh no! The guards that was outside your door is still tied up. I will go help him.
Should we call the police?
Oh, do you think, really?
Hey, I'm happy to work with the police, all right? But actually, I almost forgot the reason I came over. I have some terrible news about your wife and the Brenta love model.
I already know. They hired Gloria to have us killed.
No, actually, they're dead.
Both of them?
Quite tragically, I'm afraid. You see, they were in a cave behind a waterfall. They were making love, and your wife screamed so loud that there was an avalanche. Over 5 million women came out to the morgue to identify the Brenta love model.
Ackley, I am so sorry.
Why? She tried to have us killed. Well, this is it, huh? Brenton Love's dead.
We knew it couldn't last forever.
Oh, what are you going to do with your stocks now?
What?
Your stocks.
Actually, listen, I can explain, okay, about that. It's not what you think.
What? Why don't you go ahead and take this and publish it. One more novel under the name of Brenton Love.
Not Ackley Hornsby?
We'll give Brenton Love his last hurrah. I used to think I needed the whole world to recognize me as this brilliant author, but really I was always a lot happier when I just had one person that liked my poems. I'm gonna go now, Steve. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave this apartment, I'm gonna leave this city, and I'm gonna travel the world. I'm gonna get myself some new clothes for once, and I am gonna go to all the locations I have only ever dreamed about.
But Ackley, you never leave, ever.
No, I don't, not in years. But maybe I could if I took a special doctor with me who knows how to cure everything.
Oh, Ackley, yes!
You know, what do you say you and I fulfill Brenton Love's quest and find lots of different exotic locations to make a love in?
Well, we had better avoid caves.
You know, I know I'm very new to this whole physicality thing, but I really don't imagine I would be much of a screamer.
Okay, that's fine. But I am.
Ackley, you can't leave Ackley with a dead woman in your apartment! Ackley! Damn it!
Thank you. I look forward to having you all sanitized and coming to meet me afterwards. Thank you very much for joining us for our final performance of this season. We will be back next season, and we've got some great shows lined up. Those are all in your program right there. And if you would like to be involved next season, maybe on the stage or behind the scenes or doing lights or the set or anyway, there's so many different ways to be involved. If you or anybody you know that would be good at it, or could just, even if they're not good at it, we can teach them how to be good at it. It all starts somewhere. But we are just looking for new people to be involved. So many opportunities, and we'd love to have you come out. And we thank you for supporting us here today. And
tell everybody about this new season we have. It's just coming up in just a few months, and we've got a special company meeting that's going to be coming out. Everybody's invited to attend it. We discuss many new top secret things that we talk about at the special annual meeting. I can't tell you what it is, the only way I can get you here, but if you'd like to join us, I think all that information will be online and maybe in your programs there. And the cast is going to be waiting right outside in the Rose Room, so if you'd like to exit that way and say hi to us, we'd love to see you. If you want to sneak out the side door, we understand. But we'll see you next time here at the Ramona Hill Center.